Hello? Are we live? Oh, let's turn that off. Hello? I think we're live. Hello, are we live? I think we're live. I can't test my own audio. Oh god, I can't type. Chill. Alright, okay. So I hope I am live and audible. That would be very cool. Actually, I don't know what the microphone source is being used right now. I hope, yeah, it's this one. It's definitely this one. Well, hello. Okay, so this is my stream. I promised this weeks ago that we're just gonna sit here and chat and just talk and stuff. And yeah, that stream kind of yeah, it took a while to get there. I got the DreamHack plague, which slowed things down, made things like not really easy to do. Is there any way? There's actually like one thing that bothers me. One thing that bothers me with like YouTube like streaming thing is that I'm not really sure if there is like a good like moderation. If there's like a good like mod view in this thing. So let me see if I can find that. That would be pretty cool if I could find that. I saw it earlier, but I haven't been able to. Oh no. Now my headphones has low battery. That's unfortunate. So. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Here's the moderation thing. Okay, I believe that's it. It's the box. It's me. Hello. 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 Yeah, it's first YouTube stream. I also, because I reset my computer. That's a story. We're gonna have to go through that. There's a lot of stories. Man, a lot of stuff has happened. But generally, like today, what I want to talk about is the future of Boxboy and where we're headed and what's gonna happen and all stuff like that. And quite frankly, I don't know. It's kind of like all scattered in my mind that I've been like thinking about and not really sure. Like I don't know. Where should I start? So like, I came back from. I was in DreamHack, right? And I was kind of over there, and it was kind of boring. DreamHack was pretty lame. Like, I've never felt like I belonged somewhere less than in like DreamHack. Like I was in like the fighting game area and the StarCraft area, and those were very cool. But like the general like environment with all like the fucking energy drink sponsorship and stuff like that, I just kind of felt like this is for a gamer that I'm not, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. So it's kind of like hampered my general enjoyment of. I can't scan the barcode on your head. Okay, hold on. You can try scanning it now. Hold on. Can you scan it now? Try scanning it. I don't know if that worked. Maybe I need to tilt a bit more. Oh no, okay. I think that's good. Yeah, no. Oh yeah. I don't think you can see it. Hold on. Let me stand up. Maybe this. Hey, can you scan the barcode? You should hurry up. I don't have a lot of. Okay, there you go. You scan the barcode. Okay, now you can do it. But anyways, so like talking about it. So like I came home. I want to do like a little chat. And I came home from DreamHack, but I got sick. Before doxing himself with the address Monka. Oh no, that's true. But I don't really care. I don't really care. Hello Shiro. I hope hello. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all really doing well. How is everyone doing? How are y'all doing? It's pretty cool. So I need to reinstall editing software. So I started learning DaVinci, right? So I need to reinstall that and fix that because I reset my PC and that was pretty goofy. That was pretty goofy. There's a whole goofy adventure. So I guess let's start with this. With us moving to YouTube, not YouTube. That's I think I got banned for saying that. YouTube. On to moving to YouTube. Now I know like Twitch has revised like a lot of things, and they basically added super chats to Twitch now, which like is pretty good, I guess. A bit of lurking here. I'm gonna need a shower too after this because it's pretty warm. My head's pretty warm. Oh god, it's pretty warm in here. But yeah, it's nice to have you here. But it's like I keep getting sidetracked. Like, why am I like this? Why am I like this? I get sidetracked so easily. So yeah, so we moved on. Even though like Twitch has fixed a lot of stuff, I'm still very distrustful of the website. Like I was in the talks about it very, very long. It's like, oh, I kind of want to move away from Twitch because I don't really trust it as a platform. Like it feels like even though I have like a like kind of established myself, I think the cut is horrible as well. Yeah, probably. Need to go training. All right, see you, Shido. Thanks for joining. I was gonna talk here, and like I don't know, people can just catch the VOD if like, because VODs are so much better here. Okay, so yeah, like the cuts are like really bad, and it's like I don't know, but yeah, but in general, it's just like even if it was good, like I don't trust the platform. Like I don't really trust the platform that was going along with like really bad decisions multiple times in a row to not try and do it again at a later date. It's like they're just gonna do it again. I still want to use my 50k points there. If you use your 50k points there, I will transfer over, you know, the actions to here. But I won't be happy about it. I certainly won't be happy about it. Oh man. I mean, we have live cam now, so we could definitely, you know, do a couple, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not. That hurt. That would hurt a lot. I would have to adjust the camera. You wouldn't be able to see me squat that well. So yeah, so we're here on YouTube now, and I want to try making like actual video content, and I feel like it's gonna be a lot easier like streaming on YouTube, as I don't have to worry about VODs on Twitch are such busy work, man. It is such busy work, like having to like keep track of them and like having to like deal with them being muted and stuff like that. Like I know like DMCA is like a big annoyance on YouTube as well, but on YouTube it still keeps the video up, kinda. It keeps the video up, kinda. So I can, you know, take it in, edit it, and not have to deal with, like, a bunch of, like, annoying background shit, and, like, oh, now this part of the VOD is muted, so it's completely useless. Like, I can kind of, like, you know, I have more control over the VOD here. So I can actually make, like, proper clips out of it and stuff like that. Which comes to like a future thing. So something that I've been thinking about a lot, doing it for like VOD friendliness. Because one problem I've like encountered a lot with trying to turning my videos into clips is that the music of the video game itself becomes a hindrance in the editing process. Now, the editing process has always been a little really scuffed for me because my legally sourced Adobe Premiere doesn't really have options that are helpful to me. But whatever. So that's why I'm moving on to like DaVinci, and hopefully like, and I actually really like the software so far. I really like the DaVinci software, and I really hope to do stuff like that. So, oh, someone liked the stream. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, I'll show my ass reveal if we get 10 subscribers. I won't actually do that. I'll get banned for that. So, yeah. What was I talking about? Something about my ass? Okay. So, I want to talk about, like, the stuff that I've been streaming on Twitch, and how am I going to transfer them over to YouTube, and what am I going to continue. First and foremost, Jump King. Where the fuck's Jump King? What is it, Box Boy? I thought you were the god of jumps. Why haven't you been Jump Kinging? I thought that you could, you know, do one of those. You know, do a little hop. Do a little hop for stream there. Mr. Box Boy. So, the thing about Jump King is, it's a very frustrating game. It is incredibly frustrating, and it's really hard to, like, play, like, continuously. Like, if I have to, like, constantly, like, think about, like, oh, am I gonna have to play it constantly, that actually became kind of annoying. Because it's like, it is a little frustrating to, like, open up a stream, there's no progress, and then you end stream, right? So I think, for Jump King, it would be a little more fun if, and you guys can, of course, you know, disagree with this, or agree with this or not. I'm thinking, like I did last year, we do a Jump King stream marathon each Christmas until I beat it. If I don't beat it next Christmas, then, you know, or like New Year's and stuff like that, then, you know, better luck next year. And I think that'll be, like, a lot more fun, and we can, like, bundle it together to that time and stuff like that. And then it comes to, like, the other stuff. Hey, Armored Core. You streamed Armored Core. What happened to Armored Core? So, with the Armored Core, I'll be honest, Armored Core 2 on hard mode is not very fun. That is, like, a thing that, like, I kind of, like, had to struggle with a bit as I was streaming Armored Core 2, where it's like, I kind of came to realize that the second game is just the first game with better graphics, and it didn't feel that fun. So I have, like, a little, like, criticism of it, and I said in the past, I want to, like, make, like, Armored, like, videos, like, maybe going through my experience with Armored Core, and that is, like, probably something I would bring up in it. It's like, the second game is not enough of an upgrade from the first game, to which I feel it's worth it, on hard mode. Which is why I'm considering, like, next time we play Armored Core 2, I'm gonna go back to normal mode. The hard mode is just, like, the difficulty doesn't come from building the right robot and stuff like that. Or, like, yeah, it doesn't come from, like, building the right robot, having the right resources, having the right amount of money, and stuff like that. It doesn't come from that. What it really comes to is, like, you're kind of fighting the controls. Like, you're fighting opponents without lock-on, but the AI has lock-on. So they have perfect accuracy of being able to fire at you, but you have no accuracy when trying to try firing at them. Which creates this odd form of difficulty, which I don't think I like. So, when we're playing it again, because Armored Core 6 is on the horizon, so I want to finish Armored Core 2 at least. Because I really want to play Armored Core 6. Armored Core 6 looks cool. So when that comes out, I'm gonna play that, and yeah, so up until then, I'm probably gonna start doing Armored Core 2 again, but on normal, and we'll probably blast through it. Because the Armored Core games are, like, really fucking short. And also, I will use save states, not save states, but, like, actually boot up, like, save files. Like, I won't be just dying and then, like, keep going, because I don't like the human plus system. The human plus system feels really obnoxious. I don't like resetting my whole game. Just because, like, I want to keep trying on a mission. And also, I feel like the punishment of losing money when you fail a mission in Armored Core is really counterproductive to building, like, a mech that is, like... It's counterproductive to, like, hey, going, oh, this is what, like, didn't work. Let's rebuild and try again. It's really counterproductive to, like, that form of gameplay, which I want to solve. But that aside, I think first and foremost, like, what I want to stream first is that I recently bought Final Fantasy VI. I've never played Final Fantasy VI. It's one of the Final Fantasy games I haven't played. I have played almost all of them. 6 is one of those that I haven't played. And I want to play that on stream. So we're probably going to play some FF6 on future streams with the VTuber model. The VTuber model is coming back. So that's also probably another question maybe a lot of people have. It's just, where's the VTuber model? Where the fuck did the VTuber model go? I'm gonna still use the VTuber model. I just thought this was funny. The reason I haven't been using the VTuber model recently is because a lot of my videos have been, or a lot of my streams have been reacting to, like, Tekken tournaments and stuff like that, which we will do tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be like $1 million prize pool Tekken tournament that I kind of want to watch. So let's watch it together, you know? Why not? And streams like that are really difficult with the VTuber because the range of motion on the VTuber is not advanced enough to handle me fucking going like this, you know? It's not very, like, good at handling stuff like that. So that's why, like, when I'm, like, watching stuff, I'm more like, you know, leaning back. I'm over here. I'm fucking scratching my balls, drinking and stuff like that. I'm a lot more, like, relaxed, and I don't try to, like, sit upright and, like, be, you know, all professional and, you know, fucking all that shit, right? I just stopped saying the F word. So that's why we're on YouTube now. I can't say the F word. So that is, like, one reason I haven't really used the VTuber model. It's just the range of motion for it wouldn't really be, like, good for what I want to do, right? Or, like, for just, you know, relaxing. But the VTuber will be back. Like, as I'm, like, you know, actually playing games and I'm more focused on the stream. I'm not really that focused on, like, the content of, like, what I'm watching and stuff like that. The VTuber model will be back. But, you know, I think for React stuff and shit like this is fun. I really like it. I think it's fun. I wish this was air conditioned. This is pain to a certain degree. It's a small amount of degree. This is kind of pain. Like, it's very warm in here. Especially during summer. During summer, this is very, very warm. So yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. It's fun being able to just stand up, move around, you know. And even though, you know, voice quality. Hey, do you want some box ASMR? Do you want some box ASMR? Do you want me whispering to your ear? Do you want me to say beautiful things into your ear with the box on? Yeah, with that, it doesn't have lend itself the best audio quality, which is why, you know, it can be kind of fun. Just, you know, have it on for occasional moments like this, and, you know, have a, you know, a flesh or cardboard tuber, a cardboard tuber stream. Because even though I'm not, like, that secretive about my identity, I like the certain level of anonymity I can have with not having my face out there. Even though I don't really care if people know what I look like, there is, like, videos on Twitch, like, of how I look like. It's not a secret. If you want to see how I look like, one of my most popular clips has my fucking face in it. So I don't really care. So it's just a matter of, like, this makes me more comfortable, even though it also makes me a bit uncomfortable, but this makes me more comfortable. So this one, like, I'm sticking with, and I want to swap between live and 2D, you know, at my leisure. And I quite enjoy it. I think I like it. I like the bit of this. I need to fix the eye holes, you know. I need to fix those. Because it's like, how do I put this? So the eye holes, not the greatest range of vision. So I definitely, you know, that's why I have to keep adjusting it like this. So I gotta fix these. I gotta upgrade my eyes, and fix that. And also need to say, stop saying, It's like, and just stop sounding like a fucking donkey. I'm a donkey box. So I did it again. So with the future of other stuff. So because recently I've been streaming Arknights. Fuck, I need to stop doing that. Recently I've been streaming Arknights. What are Arknight stream gonna be like? I burp. Fuck! Stop saying that! Stop doing it! Fuck! Hold on. I gotta focus really hard to not use filler sounds. Because that is something that I genuinely want to practice. Okay. So, Arknights is a difficult game to stream. I am a Arknight story enjoyer. I enjoy reading the story. And I think that is what I'm going to keep. That's what I'm going to keep I'm trying really hard. Arknights streams in the future about. Whenever there's a new big story event, not a rerun, whenever there's a big story event, I will stream Arknights. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to do, like, contingency contracts or not on Arknights. Not this one. I'm definitely not doing this one on stream, the one that's currently going. So that's not happening. But definitely in the future, I'm trying really hard. I'm trying really hard. It's gonna take a couple streams for me to like really put this through my head. I want to keep Arknights like story events exclusively. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Oh god, I don't know why that's hurting my goddamn brain to say. Okay. Now, so many people wonder. Hey, you had that. Fuck. Shit. You had that goal where if you reach 70 followers on Twitch, you would drink Monster Energy drink on stream and rank it, like the taste testing stream. Well, my thought on that is that I'm just gonna plan to just give you that one for free. I don't know exactly when, but at some point, fuck it, god damn it, at some point, maybe next month. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this month. Maybe next month, at some point, I am going to go and buy a bunch of Monster Energy drinks, and we're gonna have a full stream of that. That could be really fun. I'm gonna give you that one for free, because I'm not gonna lock it behind like 60 or 70 subscribers on YouTube. That's unfair. I think that's unfair to the support that I've been given on my stream. And even though like people aren't always here, people are sometimes, you know, sometimes streams are not doing the best, or like I don't have like a bunch of subscribers or anything all the time. Any minute or second or whatever that any of you guys give me means a lot, and I appreciate that a lot, and it would be unfair for me to pay back the time, because that is the most valuable currency in my opinion, time. Any time that you have given me, it would be unfair for me to ask for more for something that I was so close to getting anyway. Oh, hello, focus. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna give you that one for free. I'm gonna have to plan out exactly when I'm gonna do it, but you're getting the Monster Energy drink stream for free. That's how I feel about it. So, yeah, so that's really what I had on my mind there regarding stuff like that. I also really want to try like proper like YouTube series. I know I've said it for a while, and I keep saying, oh, I'm working on a video. There's a lot of technical complications as to why like the videos I worked on haven't really come to fruition. A lot of it is like, oh, I felt like it didn't really go anywhere good, or like that I'm not really accomplishing what I want with it, or like something is just wrong with the way I'm approaching it, and it ends up like going on this back burner where I never actually get to it. But I genuinely want to get to it now. Another thing, like on a personal note, something because I said in New Year's, I want this year to be a year of passion. I want this year to be a year of me doing the shit that I really want to do. And this is part of the shit I want to do, but another like aspect of things that I want to do is video game development. I used to love developing games. I used to do a bunch of video game projects that would never go anywhere, but I love doing them. Like as a personal, like on a personal note, they provide a lot of complex problem solving that I feel like I can't really find in any other like hobby. So something that I want to add on YouTube, which I felt like would have been a little out of place on Twitch, is that I have a video game project in mind, and maybe it would be really fun for you guys. I don't know, you guys will have to answer this in the comments, in the VOD or whatever, if you're not here right now, but something that I want to like really do is just, you know, go through like the video game making process. I'm learning Unreal Engine 5 right now. I'm not very good at using it, and that's what I want to do. I want to like go through the process of learning Unreal Engine on stream, making this game that I'm thinking about, and you know, maybe it can be like, I don't know, a once a week thing. I'm gonna have to figure out like the logistics of it, but that's what I'm thinking. It's like at once a week we get together and we work on a game together. That could be really fun. Fuck, it'll take a while. So that is like one way I'm thinking like maybe I could bring my passions together in that aspect. In the other sense, like more streams like this, where I'm just sitting and talking, and I'm kind of just throwing my thoughts into the void, and really just speaking my mind out. Mudbox the game, Pog? Fuck yeah, dude! It's not a mud. Maybe I should just make a Mudbox game. maybe we just make a Mudbox Jump King game. I mean, that could be like a really fun idea. It's like just have people decide. Have people decide what the game is gonna be and stuff like that. It could be like fun content that way. But I would have to get better at using Unreal. If it was Unity, I could be a lot more freeform with it because I'm much better at using Unity. But I also don't like Unity. Just make a Mudbox skin. Yep, I probably could make a Mudbox skin fairly easily. Fuck it, I'll do it. You know, by the end, well, when we do the next Jump King stream, it will have a skin. Easy. It'll happen. But yeah, so I don't know. Should I talk about like the idea I have for the game, or like right now, or just keep it for later? Because I don't know. It's that would be like a lot. That would be like a lot to talk about. But it's definitely like something that I want to think about doing in the future, where it's just making a game on stream. That might be cool. I don't know. Maybe it won't be, but I think maybe it'll be cool. Video games are like, I am passionate about video games in a way that most people are not. That is why, like, when I said earlier, where it was like, I was in DreamHack, but I didn't really feel like I belonged. And that's because you keep it for the actual dev stream. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna keep, like, the idea tight-lipped for now. though some people already know what the idea is if you talk to me in private and stuff like that. So, but that's like when I talk about like I don't really feel like I belong in DreamHack. A lot of people are into video games for the community aspect of video gaming, which is fine. That is completely valid and completely good and healthy way of like having a relationship with video games and liking them and stuff like that. For me, it's never been that way. I've never been a gamer in a social aspect. I've never been a gamer in the way of like I talk to other people that play video games and I have like in-depth conversations with them about what we're doing in the game or whatever, or like stuff like that. That's just never been the way I've treated video games. I've always loved video games as a platform and as an art form and as a technical marvel. Ever since I could hold my first controller, my first thought has always been, how the fuck does this shit work? How do you make the character move on screen? How do you switch level? When you play co-op, how does it work? How does this thing move on its own? How does the AI of the game work? And stuff like that. Because you probably want to explain it there anyway. Yeah. That's true. That's true. But and because of like that, I always feel like I've never really made friends through video games that often. It happens, you know. You play video games like MMOs and stuff. You're gonna make friends through them, but it's never been about our shared like want to play the game, like wanting to score or rank up or whatever, right? For me, it's always been different. So when I'm in like these like very like social gathering around games, and it's just like these multiplayer games like Valorant and stuff like that, where it's just about like the community aspect and coming together and like people supporting each other in a competitive environment. While I appreciate it as a visitor to that environment, that is not who I am, and that is not my relationship with video games. Which makes it feel like a weird outsider despite being so into the medium. Like, my knowledge about video games and video game history and company history and all that stuff is probably like way above the average person. Like, I could probably talk your ear off about like any video game, company or whatever. But that's because I have a passion for the process of which they are made. That is why generally when it comes to like discussing like problems in video games, my approach to like first in FF14, whenever people like talk about like a problem or anything, they will just focus on like, oh, it's a problem, fix it. But for me, I will be a lot more like, okay, but why is the problem the way it is? How did they code it to function that way? How come that this is a problem, but this isn't a problem? And I have a more like, I guess like dev mind when it comes to those things, which isn't like very relatable, and I understand that. Which always, I don't know, that just kind of felt weird. Like, I don't know, I always kind of like felt weird. It's like, despite having this very like clear affinity for this hobby, I haven't never really like vibed with other people within that hobby, which I don't know, feels kind of strange. Maybe that's like, I don't know, maybe that's weird or just not weird, but I don't really know. Anyways, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, so I was like thinking like, so I'm not sure if I want to start the series with Tekken 7, because Tekken 7's play numbers are kind of going down right now, and it's going to be harder to like find players online, and as a stream series, this could be like really rough. But I talked before about how it would be fun for me to stream Tekken 7 and have people in the chat decide how I play. Whether it's picking character, or picking side, or banning certain moves and stuff like that. I think that would be like really fun, but because of Tekken's like dwindling online numbers right now, because of Street Fighter 6 being out, and because of Tekken 8 beta being out soon, which we're gonna stream. I'm gonna get into that beta one way or another, and we're streaming that. That's gonna be a very long stream of us just playing Tekken 8 and learning and figuring shit out. I definitely look forward to that. But yeah. I'm actually also really curious, like, if I were to do a dev stream, one thing that I really want to, like, hear from, like, an average person or, like, other people is that what would their perfect game be? That is something that I really want to ask people. And I don't know if you're still there, Shiro, and haven't gone showering yet. Maybe you can answer that right now, because that is something that I'm, like, curious about, what, like, other people's, like, perfect game would look like, and such, like, and stuff like that. Because I'm really curious, because games, like, generally games that people, like, gravitate towards are, like, these, like, really popular, like, fad shooters, where you can get in and out, like, 5 minutes, you're done, you pop, shoot, the rules are easy to explain, you can play with a bunch of friends and stuff like that. Usually that's, like, the most, like, popular games, but I'm, like, really curious if you, like, really asked. That's a hard question, to be honest, but that's why it's an interesting question. That's, I understand it's a hard question, but that's why I find it, like, really interesting. Where it's, like, if you were, like, ask the person, average person, it's, like, what would the answer on average be? And that is maybe something that I would like to, I don't know, study one day. Because I know what my perfect game will be, and it's not a game that I will work on for a very long time, because I want to get better with working on Unreal before I start working on it. But if I have a dev stream, or if I have another stream like this, I will talk about it then. Because I have a game in mind that I've been dreaming about making for, like, I would say 5 years now. And I really, like, I have the gem in my head that I wish to polish and shape into reality one day. That I really hope that I will be able to shape into reality one day. Woo! Oh, man, is it getting hot in here for anyone else? Or is it just me? Woo! For me, it probably would be an MMORPG, but just a good mix of features, mix of all kinds of MMOs. Speaking of which, that Ashes of Creation game that recently got, like, a update with the housing and stuff like that. What's your take on that game? Oh yeah, and you play Lost Ark, right? I have an itch for shooter or single player games, here or there, but I mostly get attracted to MMOs. I see. I feel like a lot of people get attracted to MMOs, even though MMOs are, like, dwindling in popularity. I feel like they're dwindling in popularity because of developers, like, making very very inefficient systems that are, like, just not fun to deal with, which segues into the thing I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about Ashes of Creation, but since you played Lost Ark, I first want to talk about this. Man, do you see the apology stream, and then they made an apology stream for the apology stream? What the hell is up with that? What is going on with Lost Ark right now? That's very strange. Because the game I have in mind that I want to work on, I don't see a big pull for it yet. That's kind of how I feel about it also. But it's like, what's going on with, like, Lost Ark? With with the apology streams and stuff like that. Because the game I have in mind that I want to make is generally, like, things that are inspired by Lost Ark. Lost Ark Korea is a mess currently. Yeah, I've heard. But the things that I want to, like, work on in the game for, like, dev stream is inspired by Lost Ark and inspired by the grievances I have with games like Path of Exile and Diablo. But we'll get there when we get there. It's an interesting conversation for another day. I actually would rather, like, they made this whole show about upcoming content, but players want to hear stuff about daily content and how that will be made better. I can understand that. That is, like, my main issues when I try playing Lost Ark, because I actually love the gameplay of Lost Ark. I really love how it feels to play, your, I'm a Final Fantasy player. I'm sorry for saying it like this. How it feels to play your job, and I really just love the visuals and how fucking bombastic it gets and all that stuff as you're playing with your job, right? That's really cool. I think Lost Ark is a really cool game for that. But okay. But yeah, but I feel like the daily systems really inhibit my enjoyment, and all the subsystems really inhibit my enjoyment inhibits my ability to purely enjoy the gameplay. It's mainly my issue with the game. Oh, let me read this. The first apology stream, and then double backed the fact that the currently in dev CN version is not. By the way, I'm not retarded. I'm just having, my eyes makes it a little harder to read. The fact that currently in dev CN version is not interfering with the Korean version. And then they patched in CN stuff in the Korea version on accident, and everything was on fire after that. Oh no! Oh no! How about the combat and raids, really? I really started playing BDO casually, and that's more immersion's sake. Isometric view is not good for immersion. That is true, but man, BDO is a game I could not get into. I have a really hard time. Personally, for me, it's really hard for me to play video games where the journey is also the end. Like, BDO is a very much like, you grind so that you can grind more efficiently type of game. And the combat is very, what's the name of it? It's very, like, Muso game, like in 99 Nights or whatever, where you're like this one, like, soldier fighting like a billion other soldiers and you're killing them all in like one super swipe or something. That's what BDO plays like for me. And I don't necessarily like find that type of combat like entertaining for long periods of time. And I have a really hard time playing games where grinding is kind of the end game, or like grinding is the reason you play. Like, for me, it kind of feels the same as playing Cookie Clicker in a sense, but you have a super hot waifu with a big sword instead and huge titties. Don't forget the huge titties. That's kind of like the most important part of BDO, I feel. Is Cookie Clicker with titties. Dip those titties in milk. What? Anyways. But if... Now slowly clearing the story quest and getting into gathering stuff, just a little fun on the side. Yeah, and I think like BDO is probably a very good game for that. Especially since I think like they made a lot of improvements and made it less pay to win, so that you can actually just kind of play it chill on the side. Like, I remember when the silver stuff had weight on it. That shit was dog shit. Yeah, Lost Ark being about combat and raids. Yeah, I agree. Like, Lost Ark's combat and raids look fucking amazing and play amazing. It's just getting to them. I just wish I could just get to the fights, right? I like the toning stuff and the engravings and gathering the cards. I kind of wish that shit would fuck off and just let me play the game. I just wanted to do something to do solo. Yeah, definitely. Grinding and not grinding both have merits, but let's take FX0 for example. Gearing that game is just boring as hell in terms of LOA. You can basically make zero progress solo. If I really got okay. Yeah, I agree. I think FF14 has a very different issue though. I really like a lot of stuff with FF14 as a game. And I like that I can, because again, for me, I like having a goal and I like being able to finish stuff and then move on. The problem with FF14 is that currently they have really watered down the main thing that people kind of care about, which is the combat, Because in F14, you don't really care about gearing. You don't really care about grinding. You're kind of playing it to raid RP and for some reason if you're insane craft. But I feel like they've really like watered down the gameplay. So you're kind of left with like uninteresting like you're kind of left with like other systems that you don't really care about. Like personally, I don't want gear to matter in FF14. I am kind of tired of MMOs where gear is like such a determining factor and such like a cock block for you to play and do anything. I'm glad I don't have to worry about an F14. I'm glad I can just do the encounters because that's what I kind of care about. I just wish they didn't water down my fucking job. I just wish that my job wouldn't get watered down. But hey, who knows? Maybe they'll revamp shit in that 7.0. I also agree that honing and stuff in Lost Ark is a big hurdle, sadly, especially with new players, since it takes a long time to get to where your friends are. Yeah, and that's kind of the issue. Like, me and Senny, like, we played a lot of... My stream died? What happened? Am I still alive? Okay, I'm still alive. Okay. So, like, me and Senny were playing the game, and we were having a lot of fun, and we were, like, getting up in eye level, and we were... you know, progressing and stuff like that. But then we got to a point, because it's not just a matter of, like, catching up to your friends. The honing also caused a problem where you can desync your progress with your friends. Because me and Senny got to a point where, like, honing wasn't 100% anymore. And the point where we started, like, quitting the game, where we just quit the game, is the point where he would progress to a point, or I would progress to a point, but the other person didn't. So now, like, I have to, like, play at his, like, eye level restrictions, despite being ahead. Or, like, vice versa. And that's really annoying. And then, like, then you have annoying stuff like doing Guardian Raid twice a day, the Chaos Dungeon twice a day, the fucking, Una's Quest, whatever the fuck it's called. YouTube was dying for a bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty weird. But yeah, so it's like, it got to a point where, like, we're playing at the same time, we're playing together, we're doing the exact same fucking content, but we're desyncing in progress. And that's really annoying when you're playing with friends, and you're trying to catch up to current content. It also didn't help that, like, whenever we went into stuff, we had, like, a new player debuff where we didn't really know, we don't know the mechanics of the fights, right? So we have to, like, learn as we play, right? But people are so unwelcoming and so anal, and are so fucking bad at their own game that, what the hell? Like, what the hell are we supposed to, like, so it's like, we're kind of stuck, it's like, okay, no one fucking wants us in their group because we're new, but we can't get into groups because we can't get the experience to not be new. So it's just, what the fuck? It's really annoying. Absolutely, yeah. Honing luck is kind of yikes, and I don't get and don't get started on details. I only do them every few days now. On dailies, I only do them every few days now. That way, rewards feel at least kind of rewarding. Yeah, it feels really bad. Like, doing daily grind in Lost Ark feels really bad. Like, I legitimately, I think Lost Ark would be a more fun game if they turned all their dailies into weeklies. Like, do them 2 times a week or some shit, and then you're done. And then you're done. You do Chaos Dungeon twice a week. Or you do the Guardian Raids, which, by the way, why the fuck does Guardian Raids not have HP? Why does Guardian Raids not have HP? It's not Monster Hunter. This is not fucking Monster Hunter. It's annoying as fuck. I want to see how much HP they have, and I want to see, like, should I, you know, dump damage right now, or should I, you know, play more carefully, because we're still far away. It's annoying. I don't like it. Anyways, yeah, she just make it weekly. Just make it fucking weekly. Just make it like you do it twice a week and you're done. I don't want to do Chaos Dungeons every goddamn day. I don't even want to do it like every other day or whatever. Just make me done with it. It's busy work. It's fucking busy work. I want to get to the raids. And if I'm gonna like not get to the raids any faster, don't make me play every single day. It's really annoying. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to harp on Lost Ark too much. Cause it's just the game has its positives. Like again, like the gameplay is really fucking amazing. The raids look fucking amazing. The game like is beautiful. The effects are beautiful. People that play artists are pedophiles. But that aside, like there's a really good video game in there. It's just they don't let me interact with it. I want to interact with the video game. I want to like go in and really play with the video game. But I'm not allowed to until I reach an arbitrary like time limit, essentially, which feels kind of annoying. Which is what I appreciate about FF14. Like, again, like I understand like grinding is fun. Like I understand like doing, I don't know, greater rifts in Diablo 3. It's just an idle thing to do. You can keep doing it. You can do it forever. You'll infinitely grow in power, and eventually a season comes out, and you get new tools to play with. I get it. I get the appeal of it. But I definitely think there is an oversaturation in MMOs where there is so much time gating and grinding that I wish that there were more games like FF14 in the mix. Because right now, if you don't want to grind, you kind of play FF14. Whereas you have all these other games that could be really fun to play with, but all of them demand so much of your time that you can't. And I find that a bit annoying. Like every MMO, to be honest, it has problems. Just all about what you can tolerate based on how much fun you can actually have with other stuff in the game. That's the thing though, like, I don't think the MMOs need to have problems. Like, I think, like, with FF14, F14 has problems, but I think, like, generally, like, when it comes to, like, most things that I would consider problems with FF14, I think they're preferences. Like, I think, like, a lot of MMOs are willing to do, like, weird, unnecessary evils that they could just be doing without, and it would be a better game. Like, I don't know how does Lost Ark really need like honing to be RNG? Like sure it's a free to play game, but bro, those just sell skins, bro. Like people will buy them. Like you know how much people want to you know how much fucking people jerk off to like Vicus or whatever in your game. Just give him jerk-off material. Just do the dead or alive approach. You'll do just fine. You don't need to suck me dry from honing, bro. Like, Vicus does that plenty enough. She sucks plenty. I don't know. I definitely feel like with a lot of MMOs, they have shit mechanics that are not required to be there. And that don't need to be trade-offs. And that are kind of just there to be in your way, and that's the only reason they're there. Like World of Warcraft, and this is the reason I quit World of Warcraft. Like running around Taunt jungles, killing rares, doing a bunch of busy work is what ultimately drove me to FF14. Because I didn't have to, all of it was fucking unnecessary. All of it was fucking unnecessary. I wouldn't have to do any of that shit. None of that made me happier to play the game. Like when I play Warlords of Draenor. So it's like, I don't know. I definitely think MMOs has a lot of accepted negatives in the genre. And we need to turn those negatives into not negatives and just be preferences. Like, you want a super grindy MMO where you just grind all day? Fuck it. Have that. You want a story-based MMO? Fuck it. Have that. You want a more socially, like, a more social-based MMO? Fuck it. Have that. You want a more hardcore combat-focused MMO? Fucking have that. You want a PvP-focused MMO? Get cancelled within a week. Yeah, but you know, preferences. It's all I'm saying. RNG system is just because it's a Korean game, to be honest. It's a Korean MMO thing. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. But quite frankly, I think that's bullshit. I think like yeah, that is like a Korean standard that they do because there's a lot of Korean gold farmers that make a living like for them playing the video game, it's making a living. It's not playing a fucking video game. They want to make a living. But here's the reality with a lot of Korean games. They don't survive out of Korea. They generally don't even survive in their own fucking country. A lot of them get shut down all the goddamn time. They very rarely like break through and make it big. And generally the ones that do are the ones that tune down the fucking pay to win. Generally, the Korean games actually do well. They calm down a bit. And it's like a lot of like the most popular games in Korea are typically competitive. Like games that aren't paid to win, that are like fucking fair competitive games. That's usually like a lot of like popular games in Korea. Like StarCraft 2 was a fucking national sport in that game. Like StarCraft 2 is kind of dead now because, you know, thanks Blizzard. But in its heyday, StarCraft 2 and Korea was basically synonymous. It doesn't have to be that way, but they are catering to the Korean community most of the time. But and they actually like that. I don't believe it. I don't believe you because I hear that sentiment a lot of time, but I see enough complaints, similar complaints from like Korean gamers that Western gamers have, that I think the people that they are placating are a minority. I think they are supporting a group of people that are a minority that are just willing to pay a lot of money. That is my belief. Because from what I've seen of like Korean games and the ones that succeed and the popularity and generally the Korean games that stick around and stuff like that, it's generally not pay to win. The pay to win games typically placate a very small audience that are willing to just spend a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I have to pray that bring a game to the West that is not so scuffed way. Yeah, I don't know. I think like I don't know. I think Korean games, like Korean gaming, has a lot of headway to make, and I think Lost Ark being so popular in the West and being like this, I think the developers are kind of having a culture shock with their own game, like because they're having a lot of problems with it right now. I think we're gonna see like a change through Lost Ark in the Korean gaming community. At least for Lost Ark, that sentiment is that way for a lot of players since they milk the new players for gold, RMT, and they go away to get their input back. Yeah, they do that, but it's like, but that's what I mean. It's like, let's say if Lost Ark was just a game that wasn't a pain in the fucking ass to play. I bet there would be a lot more players playing it, including Koreans, that would play the game. Right now, and I think this is what Korean developers are doing, they don't care about having high player numbers or high sustained player numbers for their games. They want a relatively stable, small audience of people that are willing to spend a lot of money. That is what I believe that they really care about. It's not about what the average Korean cares about. It's not about like it being the Korean like culture or whatever. Because while I know that Koreans are fucking weird, I also know they generally gravitate towards just normal fucking competitive games that everyone else in the fucking world play. Like it's like think about like every fucking popular competitive game. And you just kind of synonymously think about, oh, the Koreans play it. Like, every competitive game that you can think of, you can probably, maybe not every, but like a lot of them, you can also like synonymously like think, okay, so is a Korean dominating in this game? and yeah, I don't know, that's my belief on it. And I do hope like, I don't know, Lost Ark kind of becomes friendlier to play over time, and if it ever, you know, becomes a little friendlier, I'll probably will play it and even stream it. That would be pretty cool. Ooh, man, it's getting warm in here. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, how long are we? We're in live for like an hour now. Ooh. But yeah. But yeah, I think I think we'll stop there. It's been really fun. It's been really fun just sitting here chatting and relaxing and just talking about stuff and just shooting off the cuff like what to do. It started off with me with just kind of like throwing out shit, but you know, yeah, it was really cool. I hope you enjoyed that stream. I hope, yeah, I think I'll end stream there. But I hope you really enjoyed it. Maybe I'll do more streams like this in the future that I just sit here and talk and have fun. In a whole, the MMO genre is pretty doomer anyways. Currently, just have to see what happened. I may have to turn off the playback option on YouTube because the delay is like, it seems like the delay is pretty fucking huge. Whole MMO genre is pretty doomer anyways. Currently, you just have to see what happened. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, Guild Wars 2 is kind of on the come up, and it's pretty cool. FF14, despite all my grievances with it, is still doing very fucking well. And I do think the recent raid tier is pretty cool, even though I have certain problems with P10S as a party finder fight, and especially as a second fight. But you know, different topic. And World of Warcraft, you know, is doing better, and I think like classic hardcore is revitalizing a lot of life in that game. And you know, yeah, I think the genre, I think the genre has a bright future if it keeps, you know, taking the baby steps toward the right direction. And maybe Ashes Creation will be really good. I actually, I'm very hopeful for Ashes Creation. I like the level of communication that developers have. The development of the game seems to be very slow, but that's natural for an MMO. And I'm very excited for it ends up. I'm genuinely very excited. Like they had the alpha with like all the people like going into like the castle and raiding it and shit like that, and that looked really fun. That looked super fun. So I'm excited to see where Ashes of Creation ends up. When my grandkids finally get to play it. When they're in their mid-50s, I'm really looking forward to hear their opinion in the afterlife once that game comes out. But we'll get there when we get there. But otherwise, yeah, good stream. I've been on for an hour. I've just been talking. It's been really cool. I've just yeah, well, we should have more streams like this in the future. We definitely should. And yeah, thanks for sitting here chatting, Chiro. I hope I didn't, you know, pull you away from your shower for too long. So hopefully you're not too much of a stinky boy. But yeah, it's been really fun. It's been really fun. Right, MMO will be the killer of all MMOs in 50 years or so. Dude, I can't wait for my my grandchildren's children to play Right MMO. Dude, that's gonna be pretty fucking sick. I don't know. The Runeterra universe never really interested me that much. The Runeterra universe seems like it kind of gets the hodgepodge of different fantasy universes, and it seems like very inconsistent what the fuck the universe of Runeterra even is. So I'm kind of on it. But hey, who knows? Maybe it's super cool. It could be really cool. Whatever. But anyways, we'll call it here. Thanks for stopping by.